Tony, I'm going eUnited. What are you thinking?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going 3-1 eUnited 100%. What's gonna be the deciding factor for me is you saw the man on screen, Spartan. He's actually ranked 5th when it comes to Pro Series KD and damage that he puts out. Who's tied with him? Rayne. His teammate having the same exact KD ratio in all of the Pro Series. So if those two are popping off, XSET's gonna have a real trouble. The XSET needs to shut down eUnited, specifically Spartan and Rayne.
Their stats look good. Their ranks look good. Of course, all that matters is their LAN performance. Tony, here we go. Streets, Strongholds, XSET, eUnited. Let's see it happen. Let's see how they break off the rip, if they can earn the many weapons on display. Got the thrust, the rockets, the shoddy, the stalker, so many to keep track of.
Yeah, you saw the thrust. The thrust going to be really powerful if they're spawning over towards the C side of the map. You want to get a hold of that thrust. Meanwhile, if you spawn towards PD, I think getting a hold of that drop shield or drop wall and going in for the Bulldog is really crucial to getting those slays and then ultimately leading you towards the rockets, which everybody wants a piece of the pie. Once you pick up those rockets, it's almost guaranteed 2 kills in the right hands, and everybody here is the right hand.
It's definitely no mystery that high ground dominates on this map, Tony. We'll see if they can grab their weapons, flip the map in their favor, earn B and A, especially that B stronghold, that center position that you have, the ability to impact all these angles. We'll see what they do. Of course, the starting strat sets the precedent, and so far a couple trades as Rayne makes his way to rockets. He actually gets out. So we'll see if eUnited can make a play off this opening.
Love the shots coming in off of Rayne, holding everybody back over toward that C stair side. He gets almost an open alley to steal those rockets away, and now he's guarding the Purple Street side literally almost by himself.
That high ground starting strat seems to work out really well for him. Of course, it's, you know, I don't know if it's a seed advantage that's going to give you that PD start, but they had the setup. They got A and B. They got where did that rocket go? It went to the other street, the back street, Tony, not on the map apparently. And because of it, Rayne forced to set back a little bit. B and C now in control for XSET as Rayne does what he can to survive back alley. Not looking good for him.
That must be so frustrating for Tim. Like, he has the rockets, he's guarding Purple Street. He hears that his player's coming towards the B Street side, so he rotates over there with the rockets, does everything right, and then his rockets just disappear on him. Meanwhile, Suppressed, now having the Stalker rifle in hand, not gonna go into a battle with that player over towards the A side. Can you get the finishing kill? It's being very tough, and now Suppressed was on the offense, tries to run away, but not able to get away with his life.
I mean, they don't call him RyaNoob nerds for nothing. The dude was impossible to shoot. He was being such a nuisance. Because of it, he got the kill, he got the Stalker, and a double to follow up. I believe that weapon sits down. Talked about Sparty coming into it. This man, he's got a shot. He's accurate. You're going to want to watch out on the other side of this BR. You can see that eUnited have now recollected top map. They're going to get A back and a setup opportunity for them. Rayne already opposite perimeter. Sparty going to enter the middle here. We'll see what he does.
eUnited still spawning over towards the A side of the map, and they have no problem holding on to this high ground that you were mentioning before. It's definitely the strong side here, but you have to win your gunfights, which Spartan's not able to do so, and that might be exactly what XSET wanted for them to start to advance forward and maybe steal away Bravo, which is arguably the most important plot.
I mean, what XSET definitely didn't want was the rocket combo that RyaNoob's currently rocking here, I guess. The man's going to hit a slide to make it back to B as well. Still got a rocket in the chamber. Doesn't elect to use it just yet. Rayne holding down tires in the center, already picks up a kill as well. So the advantage in numbers and the lock that they've got on the map here. You can see Artic Suppressed will turn A, but RyaNoob is just waiting for the opportunity here. Oh no.
Oh, RyaNoob. 2 kills, 1 rocket, and now pressure coming in because he knows that there's 2 spawners over toward the Purple Street side, even able to get the assist on the 3rd one. While all this is happening, they're stealing away Alpha to put the trip cap on. I've always been impressed with eUnited with the way they're able to change the pace of the game. They can slow things down, speed things up, literally on a dime.
I mean, talking about slowing things down, RyaNoob's ability to bait those players into A to then use the rockets when it counts. He's just pestering them from the doorway, not challenging. Little situations like this, I mean, RyaNoob's been living in PD. The man's got a killing spree because he keeps coming out with perfect timing and then finding the kill or finding the distraction that he needs to pull eUnited back into map control. Spartan right now going to take full advantage. That's a B cap for them, a trip cap on lock, 121 and counting. I mean, XSET, they're flailing to start.
RyaNoob must be a fed the way he just walked in and just owning PD like that. Nobody contesting him over there. Meanwhile, Spartan holding down the B Street by himself, not paying any rent whatsoever. Artic stealing that heaven position right above PD, and now XSET are really trying to fight for that A control.
Nice.
They can't even get a double cap here, though. eUnited are still holding Bravo and Charlie at the same time.
Spartan's lost resources here. Man's in trouble. This is the best opening we've seen all game from XSET. They just dropped multiple here. Last one up, Rayne still takes a trade. So he'll hurt the defenses just a little bit, but the timing of the slays at XSET, they've got map control advantage in position for Rockets as well. Rayne going to continue to put shots in, but their options limited. They got to break out, and they didn't quite do it in time. I think Artic might have slipped away with the Rockets, so big potential here for XSET if they make a play.
Artic currently 8 and 7 right now with 2 assists. We're on board with him. Excellent shots going down, assists and kills across the board. XSET are not only winning their individual battles, but they're also holding on to a double cap while simultaneously moving for the trip cap. Able to momentarily get it, but in the efforts, they end up losing Bravo. It looks like Artic not caring whatsoever. He's actually going to go for a double kill. Rayne going down to 1 shot. Artic finally able to take him down, and numbers still in favor of Team XSET.
Beautiful little rotation out of Artic here, getting to be in time to clean up kills. Spawn up in PD though, so you can see how quick eUnited are to try to bounce back into B, but killing spree on board for Artic as the man just keeps going. He's got a double, and that'll set the spawns back to C as well. You can see Rayne is there also, or already, which is perfect for XSET as they continue to deal damage off of their spawns here. They're now stuck back subway.
The man formerly of G2 is going off at the moment. His 3 teammates having 14 kills combined. Meanwhile, he's sitting there with 13 literally by himself.
Damn.
He's really starting to go off. Spartan going to do everything he can to try to slow down Artic, but here we go. We have to get him back on screen. The man's going off.
I mean, it looks like he's a good pickup. Of course, Artic coming off of G2. I heard on the low this man was dropped from G2. You know, maybe not a good decision because XSET now picking him up, and all of a sudden he's making plays here. He's got the shoddy back pocket. B currently contested, not for long. If Artic's got something to say about it, he'll take one. It looks like Suspector going to bounce into B, give him an opportunity, but the defense still going strong from Artic as he tries to lock it down. Multiple challengers out front though, and he can't quite find his weapon in time.
Spartan able to get the cleanup kill, but while all that happens, Suppress sneaks in, gets 1, but not able to take down 2. KingNick coming out top, the young man out of New Jersey, clearing out B, stealing it away, and now we have a double cap back in favor of eUnited. Holding on to the B side, you know there's going to be multiple players coming from purple. They need to lock things down and continue to get slays. KingNick well aware of that, but he's taking some heavy damage.
Tony, I'm pretty sure during eUnited's push into B, XSET took advantage of the timing to get the Rockets and pull Rockets out. You can see it, Cratos has it on the feed. So Cratos has already picked up a kill with Rockets. Not sure if he's burned both just yet, but because of it, they've earned both A and B, and a melee trade in the favor of Suspector will give him presence on to C. So pressure all of a sudden on the side of eUnited as they look to break free.
Switching gears over towards Artic, who ends up being taken down, thank courtesy of Rayne's beautiful nade right there. 2 down, go Team XSET. eUnited looking to take advantage as another assist coming into play, and KingNick looking to up the tempo and steal back Bravo, which they're able to do.
eUnited managed to flip the map back in their favor. Because of it, they're going to try to play defense, assuming they don't have to deal with Suspector close range. You don't want to get near this man. Thankfully, Rayne does bounce out. The shoddy not going to stay in play as well. Whoever gets there, of course, gets both a thrust and a shotgun. Big pickup there. A and C in favor of XSET now, too. So XSET still clawing back despite the strong opening start we had at eUnited. This is nail-bitingly close, Tony.
Yeah, I told you, XSET is one of those teams, like I said, any given Sunday, or I guess now Friday, they can take down even the best of the best. It's a been there, done that roster. They know exactly what they need to do to accomplish to be successful. Now it's really all about just simply executing, as Artic controlling the tire side, having multiple players with them, so the teamwork coming out of XSET. And this team is always big on getting assists. You're seeing that right now. They are funneling multiple players over toward the B side. Artic ends up getting the kill. 2 down once again, go eUnited, and finally Artic going to be taken down, but the damage has been done.
Artic really wanted to take advantage there and knock them back off spawn, get time on the C. Unfortunately, he died, but the setup still remains for XSET here. Suppressed Suspector, they'll trade out. You've got Rayne and multiple members of eUnited dropping XSET and getting the kills they need to pick up Rockets here. So all of a sudden, eUnited, despite not having control, things are about to change as soon as RyaNoob gets an opportunity. Looks like C is the play. Suspector out front. Interesting choice with the Rockets. Ends him in a trade. And there's a chance for someone to pick those up.
You said things were about to change. RyaNoob had the game changer in his hands, but sadly wasn't able to secure that kill.
Okay.
And now those rockets are going to be taken advantage of by Cratos, who goes right after his duo Rayne. So a missed opportunity for eUnited, and XSET are taking advantage as they once again holding on to a double cap and approaching that 220 point mark.
XSET with the lead in the end game here. Cratos with a massive kill on this Sparty. 26 and counting here. About to close it out. RyaNoob hiding in the corner back C, though. He's going to wait for his opportunity to dip his toe in. While that happens, Rayne trying to lock it down, but two members of XSET currently pushing A to get the reset on it. RyaNoob did enter C, so he's currently capping that. He'll get the time in his favor, but they can't afford mistakes. 2:29 on the side of XSET. One little round of control, and things could be over for them. And look at this, Suspector's waiting for an opportunity here.
Suspect slowing things down, waiting for the right opportunity to strike, ends up getting an easy kill, goes down to one shot, but looks like he's going to be able to live, and now going back into that Charlie, trying to get back to that double cap here.
No.
Both of these teams about tied up, and it's really anybody's game. No team can make any mistakes in the first double cap going in favor of XSET.
Oh, so unfortunate for XSET right there. Suspector getting caught, Shoddy not out, losing the fight on C because of it. As I say it, though, XSET had no problem getting control, right? 240 and counting here. Last 10 seconds to close it out. eUnited, they got to get in the hill. They got to do it quick. Can they even do so in time? B's going to be the play here. KingNick finally jumps in at 247. He'll take Suspector. That's a spree for him. And they do manage to collect both B and C. Can they do this, though? Suspector got the reset. Suspector in the last second got the kill in the reset onto B to take the game with 250 to 223.
Plays were made. XSET, Suppress ends up going down, like you said before. While all that is happening, his team was excelling, getting those slays. They stole the double cap. They had the setup locked in. It looked a little grim when eUnited flew in with the Rockets, but Suspector comes in, gets the reset, closes this thing out, and now game number one going in favor of XSET. We said eUnited were the favorites on paper. What happened?
Favorites changed all of a sudden. You know, like we said coming into this, they didn't have scrim experience, so it's a bit of a question mark for eUnited to go up against XSET in this game, so they might not be sure what to expect. Something that I had talked with the casters about off stream as well was the fact that sometimes with some of these lesser known teams like XSET that's kind of more recently formed, I think for some of these top teams, they expect certain timings and certain strategies. And when those timings and those strategies don't take place, they're kind of thrown off. So maybe that's part of what took place. Also, Tony, I have no idea what happened in the end there with Suspector, right? You had RyaNoob and you had, was it Rayne with the shotgun? In B, all of a sudden Suspector comes in, he takes both kills. So I wonder where he found that opportunity.
Either way, XSET coming out big on that one. Man, Suspector, look at the stats here. I mean, everybody almost at 5,000 damage. Suspector really going off to steal that game away with that reset when, you know, back against the wall right there. 250 to 223 in game number one. Next up is going to be Slayer on Aquarius. A much different pace in this game, and eUnited need a bit of a change right here because that must be a fairly devastating loss, but here we go. Aquarius, Slayer, first to 50 kills take the win. 12 minutes on the clock. Camouflage up towards top mid. Each team having access to a thruster. And don't forget about that heat wave and those dynamo grenades, which are both going to be absolutely deadly.
Tony, you said the pace in this one might be different. I'm going to have to disagree. The pace it might even be quicker. It's going to be very fast paced. I mean, that is still different. You're right. It's going to be a fast paced game, that's for sure, especially with Slayer, especially with the size of this map, the open sight lines as well. The moment you get the camo, that heat wave, the thrust, you are on their spawn immediately. And we'll see who can take over the opening strat. It sets the momentum, it sets the pace for the game here, so they need to win it.
If there's any team that could bounce back and tie up this series, it's most likely going to be eUnited. I mean, this is a team that, like we said before, are the favorites. Their teamwork is absolutely incredible, and they have two players that can go off in the slays column, being Spartan and Rayne, literally at any given moment. It's funny because Rayne, we always get mentioned by commentators, by teammates, that Rayne is literally one of the most underrated players in the game, and we're starting to see that here in the Pro Series, where 1.36 KD, and also one of the best comms in the game. If he can shoot and communicate, that's a perfect player in my opinion.
If the man is underrated, then let's give him a spotlight, right? Here's an opening kill on the Suspector so he can showcase his plays. Of course, very quickly after Artic will shut him down. Cratos gets a kill as well. And it looks like the opening actually going to go in favor of XSET as they drop 3. Sparty already caught out front in trouble. RyaNoob here to try to pick up a trade, but thankfully for XSET, the teamwork right now as they bait and switch. My God, Artic, what a way to work the door. He finally dies. He opened that up for his team. Because he stayed alive as long as he did, they just got 3 dead.
Yeah, we were talking about Timothy too much. Artic says, you need to start talking about me. It's my show here. Shots go down all the way over towards Spartan onto bottom B side, but seemingly coming out of nowhere. Artic ends up going down, but the first 1-2 and eUnited have dropped 2 players since, so the numbers advantage still in favor of Team XSET, and Suppress wants to take advantage of that, especially having the Heat Wave in hands.
Heat Wave is a perfect opportunity for Suppressed and his playmaking potential. We'll see if he can put it together. Unfortunately, he is alone. So you better sit and crouch, my dude. He's going to just sit back here for a second. And the issue is on Dynamos. This is exactly where XSET want to be. So expect him to come through the doors immediately. Nick will take the kill. Unfortunately for XSET, that gives KingNick everything. The Heat Wave, the thrust, the Dynamos, and a double kill. Maybe a triple as well, unless Suppress will shut him down.
Well, at least Suppress gets to join his friends on the black screen right there, because he goes down, and so do all 4 members of Team XSET. RyaNoob now getting himself a Heat Wave larger because of it, and all of the players kind of stuck over towards the P side. Look at Rayne come in and clean up house as another 2 down go XSET. They're starting to stagger their deaths one at a time. This is not looking good for Team XSET.
And the timing that they fought back is beautiful, because the camo is about to pop as well. It looks like XSET are back up on the map, in position to contest it. Rayne does not want to desperate right away. What a switch on Observer. That scared me. That scared the hell out of me. But that's a melee kill down as well, as we say it, right? XSET with, I want to say an advantage, but I take it back. 17 on the board here as eUnited continue to pull away from it. Wow. And Sparty somehow lives in that situation, which just makes things even more difficult for XSET. RyaNoob now with a camo and a Heat Wave.
I feel like every time we hop on RyaNoob's screen, he has a Heat Wave or something in his hands. He's really doing a great job of controlling the sandbox, but it's kind of going to be hard to control that when you're on the black screen. Suspector now going to advance forward towards utility, but the car side is where the dynamo grenades spawn, and they are flying in, giving the intel, putting in the damage. Suspector didn't stand a chance.
The beauty of that dynamo, that I think it was Sparty, knowing to check his corners in that situation, because the dynamo has the tick, and it lets the player know that there is an opponent in the room being damaged. Artic taking damage currently, man, in trouble. Suspector here to help. Nate's tagging him up. Gonna try to play patiently in the door, but RyaNoob, he's just got those ears, man. I think he could just hear it, or maybe the insight from his teammates. This gives RyaNoob the moment that he was looking for to challenge.
RyaNoob now going in for a flank. Meanwhile, that player just running away for dear life. Cratos coming in for the challenge onto the P side, and finally RyaNoob is going to slow things down, allow his teammates to push up, and ultimately get a collapse together, as it is a 27-19 lead in favor of eUnited, and they're continuously getting slays on the kill feed.
This is so nice out of RyaNoob, anchoring from the base. Gives Rayne an opportunity to light things up from center map and take a triple, and all of a sudden it's 30-19. But like I said, Tony, having that one player in the back of the base just so they can open up and create a shell on the map and make it so easy to predict and locate spawners, all of a sudden XSET, they're in so much trouble. Oh, nice jump too, that was quick.
XSET are indeed in trouble. Something needs to change right here, right now. Otherwise, this series is going to be tied up. Rayne getting another cleanup kill. The communication coming out of eUnited. Also, the quick to respond is amazing. I mean, you could be an active person who calls out, but being an active listener is even better, as Rayne getting another one. Artic finally going to shut him down by coming in for the cleanup off of screen.
I feel like you never expect it, but with the Heat Wave, you always got to watch out for the bounce back, right? Because I think Suspector might have nicked his own knees with the bounce back on the Heat Wave there, effectively ruining his push. And because of it, they are at a further deficit of anything. Right now, 35-25, 10 kills behind. XSET need to find a moment of freedom to regain here. We do get a trade down bottom mid, Suppressed and Sparty going to hit the screen. The black screen, like you like to say it, Tony. But it's just not enough, right? Trades aren't going to work here.
trades are not going to work indeed. They need to make something happen. They need to start getting some good squad wipes. I'm talking 2, 3 downs with keeping all players alive, but easier said than done when you're going up against eUnited. Another big kill coming out of young Timothy. Suspector's over toward utility side, and he did get a spawner with them, which is Cratos, so maybe they can defend the car side as Rayne is catching some grenades, but also has some backup coming in.
Sparty, Suspector, he'll drop. Perfect opportunity with the dynamo nades from Rayne here, but unfortunately can't quite find the opening. 42 now on board. As 8 kills left to close out the game here. XSET, how do they answer? Maybe with a couple, team nades. That could help things a little bit. They're gonna have to do that quite a bit more though. Artic can't fly in and get a kill. And their chance is looking more grim by the second here, Tony, unfortunately.
Almost all players eUnited in the double digits. Meanwhile, XSET really struggling in that column, and obviously that's the reason why they're currently losing. Suspector shots going over toward the car side. His teammate goes for camera, but he kind of went in at the same time as that's the communication that's coming in out of XSET. But luckily, Artic stealing away the camouflage, starting to make some plays. 2 down, go eUnited, and maybe they can make a run.
If Artic can pop off here, I don't know if you can hear this on our stream or what, but a series just finished right beside us, Fnatic. Or I don't know if it's a series that finished, but there's hype going on in the main broadcast. Make sure you have twitch.tv/Halo open as you watch this. But it looks like we got excitement all over the venue here, Tony. Excitement as eUnited look to tie up this series in just a few seconds as well. Now 48.
Yeah, that series might have just ended, but this one is just getting started right now. It's XSET and eUnited, and they are going at it. Most likely, we're going to see a tied-up series after this one, because it looks like eUnited only need 1 more kill. Rayne put him down to 1 shot, but not able to get the finishing.
Just 1 kill left to close this. eUnited, who's it going to be? Is it KingNick who gets it? Going to sit in the back of the base here. XSET, they're playing this carefully. Of course, you want to play every game like it's your last. So I respect this. Despite the 9-kill deficit, they do get 1. They got to keep working at it. Slowly but surely, they'll take another. Now 42. It's not unwinnable, but highly unlikely. 43. Spartan just wants the final kill, and he can't seem to get it. As they slowly close the gap. Still a tall hill to climb here.
Yes, and with that round of lives, everybody at eUnited were trying to make some individual plays, and each one of them failed. It's all 3 out of 4 members end up going down, and XSET are clawing the way back into it. RyaNoob going to be that final player to go down here as XSET are starting to make a run, suppressed, pinging left and right. And look at the scoreboard. It's going down, and that's going to be it. Finally, eUnited finally the 50th kill, but man, XSET almost made an incredible comeback either way. Tied up at 1 apiece. Finally, eUnited are on the board.
Of course, eUnited, they looked like they had that. It looked inevitable.
Yeah.
But you got to respect the signs of life out of XSET at the end of that game to pull it as close as they did. Even though eUnited win that, they win that probably annoyed a little bit too. It's like, where's the final kill? Can somebody just clutch up and get the kill? What's going on? And it kind of brings you into that next game with a stunted mindset, maybe a little bit. I know eUnited, they're experienced individuals in their own right, so they'll be fine jumping into it. But
and speaking of the sandbox, you know, still number 1, controlling the sandbox, making sure you're getting your hands on all of those goodies like the rockets over towards the top tower side. Don't forget about the thrust and the grapple as well. You kind of mentioned it before. We casted a tournament where there was a player that literally ran up, grabbed the grapple, brought it over towards the bridge and sat there and then stole the flag from bottom mid right when it actually got here. It was an incredible play. You can really make some plays with the grapple, and that's why I want to see them control the sandbox. Don't forget about those manglers too. There's 2 of them on the map.
Too many, too many, Tony. Let me see some plays, that's for sure. So much playmaking opportunity. This is it right here, 1-1 in the series between eUnited and XSET. The opportunity to break the tie and set the momentum in your favor. Who will do it? We'll find out in this game 3.
Man, you know what's funny? We talked about the grab, we talked about the manglers, and also the rockets as well. Let's not talk about the commando as well. Commando is such an interesting weapon. I feel like I can use it from long range. I feel like I can use it from short range. I feel like I'm really good with the commando with making multiple targets weak. Where I struggle is actually finishing that kill. I could put 2 or 3 people one shot with 1 or 2 clips, but I really struggle with getting that final headshot. Maybe it's just me.
I feel like I never play well with the commando. I feel like every time I pick that weapon up, I'm taking a risk. A risk where I could just be getting a kill with a BR instead. Personally, I don't know. I've seen some players pop off with it, like you said, though, and I've heard that Renegade pops off with anything. The dude's nasty as hell. I think one of the coolest things is the drop combo in the Commando. I think that there is potential with that weapon if you're dropping it, if you're swapping the BR to get the final headshot, regardless of how you shake it. I mean, every single one of these weapons on the map, they got value. They got use. We got the shotty right in front of us. We got the ARs that spawn. The moment you spawn up, somebody's got to grab that AR, grab the thrust in combination, and that's a deadly combo to start a game, especially when you're fighting for OS, when you're fighting for grapple, dynamos, out center map.
Yeah, and before you obviously get to the power-ups, you know, you have to have that control of the pace of the game. So lots of times, you know, Bazaar capture the flag is not the most favored game type because it's really slow. You have to slow things down to make sure that you're securing those numbers before you're able to advance over for a power-up or power-up, before you're able to move forward and grab a flag. So it's not the most favorite map and game type combination when it comes to in ranked. However, it does test the skill team's fundamentals, and that's one thing I do like about watching Bazaar.
Let's see the fundamentals put to the test here. Of course, our game finally started, and we'll start on board here with Suppressed, who's already got the OS. Great positioning as well. He'll pick up a double for it, immediately get to the lockers, and I love that at a Suppressed prioritizing positioning over follow-up slays here. Because he's got that positioning, his teammates now have an opportunity to pick up more kills.
Actually doing a fantastic job of surrounding eUnited, and it's only a matter of time before the collapse starts to come in. Suppressed literally walking at Rayne at them when damage comes in, able to trade off kills, but there's another player in Spartan that ends up spawning over towards the AR side, and now he gets a chance to advance forward for free.
It was a good try at an XSET to start that game, but unfortunately, like you said, they could not quite earn a flagpole, earn the map control they wanted off of it. Instead, Sparty is in the perfect position to get kills with the AR. He's already got Suppressed, nade into Cratos, still wants a piece of it, apparently. Cratos going to try to get out of this fight, only for Sparty to catch him, and now he's got positioning back flag, too.
Love that kill come out of Spartan. That's 2 down. Make that 3 down for Team Exit. eUnited want to make something happen, but the final player is Suppressed, able to pull off a clutch double kill to slow down the momentum coming out of eUnited.
Rayne's kill there was massive, though. He still holds on to positioning, and how does he get another kill on the Cratos, too? Bringing to shut Cratos down and give his team a lane to push on through to keep the pressure up in their base. Suppress now going to drop this time. And without that line of defense, Rayne might have a chance for the flag. You can see his teammates not quite with him just yet. He'll throw it out front, maybe bait someone to it. Wants to play this patient, though.
Great awareness coming out of Rayne right there to pull that flag, but not to overcommit to it because they still have some slays to do. You cannot get a flag across the map against this level of competition unless you clearly have numbers. Sometimes it takes 1, 2, or even 3 rounds of slays before you're able to capture a flag, as the overshield gonna change hands over towards Artic of Team Exit.
Artic still going, but only for so long here. Of course, RyaNoob with the shot, he puts him down. Suspector, Cratos, they're in position to get the trades. Cratos gonna close the distance on Rayne. He'll take a trade with it. That's 3 members of XSET still up in center map here. Sparty gonna drop as well. So XSET with center map control and an opportunity to keep that in their favor. Suspector being a nuisance here, right below Nick. Nick not ready for that challenge. The movement at a Suspector to change lane and then dodge the team nade. He's still in play here.
Suspector still staying alive and now going to start to advance forward. Ends up getting the kill over toward the cafe side without any timing loss. Starts to work on the spawners coming in here. But now there's multiple players at eUnited starting to push forward towards the bridge, and they're going to need to reset a bit.
Suspector just won't die. Rockets spawning up as well. Oh wait, he didn't see the player pick it up though. His opponent just picked up those rockets, I believe. Actually, no, it's his teammate. I take it back. Exactly what he wants. XSET with rockets. RyaNoob not checking his corners there as he gets taken. Rayne down below spots him. It looks like Artic's just going to go full-on chase to find him. Bit of a loss of positioning there as well, but no chance. Wait, what?
What?
A loss of everything. He got his ankles broken.
Artic giving up that cafe position to try to make sure that he finished off Rayne, who was trying to overextend and be that Walshy-like flank player. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't able to do so, but the rocket ends up failing. Rayne is not only alive, but he even has a bulldog as well. Things are looking very good for eUnited.
Rayne shutting down XSET's entire game plan with that play and flipping the map in their favor. Now Nick's still alive out front. He's going to try to work with Nick on Rocket's side to keep the angles and pressure up so XSET can't break out of their base. Give his teammates time to come back to center to help too. You can see the rotation already coming in. Grapple as well into the doorway. Drops Suspector. Easy money for him, but can he keep it up? Suppress gonna be the next victim too. This is perfect for eUnited. They got a chance here.
Rayne currently 11-4, advancing forward towards that flag. He also has Spartan with the overshield. A little bit of extra shields there, but it can be melted. Spartan finding it out very quickly, but either way, flag is on the move. One down for each of these teams here. Rayne ends up getting it towards the Rocket side, ends up getting the play with the Bulldog. That's going to be a killing spree, and he's still advancing the flag forward.
Is this the same life? Can we just keep in mind the fact that Rayne surviving from that shotgun, from the Rockets, with the shotty, just created this, and now he's running the flag off of it too. The man's still going, gonna take the flag out the double doors. Grapple goes down, shotty goes down as well. As that flag sits out front, great position for eUnited to collect it, but they need to play patiently here. You can see Artic, a line of defense. As I say it, RyaNoob gonna rotate it through. They got it to the end zone here, likely gonna cap. So great play at eUnited, all coming off of Rayne's survivability out on the shotty side.
XSET did a great job of taking down Rayne while he was running the flag and also had the grapple. He could have made a play, but it wasn't enough. eUnited still end up punching that flag in, but a counter pull be coming in from Cratos, but he gets hunted down quickly.
XSET looking for an immediate answer to this flag, and so far they might do it. Suppress gonna run it out through bottom mid, getting tagged up just a little bit here. Cratos here to support him, help with the escort. So far, I don't think there's anybody in position to stop this from going through double doors. So XSET, despite the blunder letting that first flag go in, they completely regain. They got a counter of their own, now 1-1.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a more free flag run from
it
wasn't the fastest run in the world either. That was like, they literally didn't get touched right there. But now eUnited reserving their lives, reserving their health, and now they're going to start to create some offense here and put the pressure on XSET. One round of slays, and that flag will be pulled.
And this is just the tug-of-war of this map. eUnited, despite going down a flag, they know that they have map positioning because XSET had to give up resources to bring that flag back. With the advantage, you would think RyaNoob would be okay here, but I almost lost my my cool, Tony. I know you just had a heart attack.
My heart
right
just
there.
like kind of sank right down. So don't tell me Ryan's gonna put on skates, but he ends up clutching out the kill.
Okay.
And eUnited are still pushing forward. Meanwhile, Spartan having the Rockets in hand. This is the difference maker. Shot comes in, but that player's smartly not gonna challenge Rockets. Good move, good move.
Good move for sure. Patience is a virtue here. Spartan just looking for the opportunity. He needs to get a clean kill, and he does.
What?
He gets two.
No.
That's exactly what he wanted. He's going to go straight to flag, waste no time with the grapple. Rayne and RyaNoob already working the alleyway to pick up Cratos, and this is looking like a free flag here for eUnited, assuming they cut off the spawners, which should be, I believe, out center. Unless Artic stops it with a one. Wait, what the? Cratos ready to get returned. XSET completely flip around what looked like a free flag for a second there.
Plays are being made. You actually had Spartan coming in with that rocket, getting a 2-for-1 with the rocket, and then grappling up and making sure that flag got pulled so quickly. And then Artic making the 2-for-1 play with the grenade to stop the flag from making it any further than the 50% portion of the map. And the return comes in, and just like that, we're tied up at one apiece.
I mean, coming into this series, we're doubting XSET a little bit. Especially considering they lost the previous series to Pioneers. They go up against eUnited. If anything, you'd expect it to be more difficult for XSET this time around, but they continue to find ways to fight back. They continue to keep this game at a tie. They don't have center map, though, that's for sure. Kratos gonna drop. Artic, though, flanked already all the way through to flag. So that might come into play. You can see he already pulled the flag off the overextension, but his teammates are all dead.
Yeah, with your teammates 3 down, you're most likely not going to get that flag anywhere. Artic well aware of that, so he slows things down. Meanwhile, Rayne is already on the offense on the opposing bridge, currently 17-9 with 7 assists. Artic ends up winning the individual gunfight. That's going to be a perfect kill, and that might be what XSET need to start to advance that flag forward.
That was wild. On a dime, Artic just sprinted, jumped, and turned in the air into a small drop slide on the base of that ramp to fly into the gunfight, and then strafed and won it off. Like that movement was nerdy as hell. I'm surprised that wasn't RyaNoob with that movement right there. That was crazy at Artic.
Multiple down going Team eUnited. They had the flagpole in. I thought it was going to be good, but XSET coming right off a spawn and making their presence known immediately on the map. Rayne on screen now. This is the leading slayer right now for the squad, tied up with RyaNoob, but also having 8 assists at the moment.
Damn. You see Cratos just fly by above. Artic gonna come down from down low, and Spartan gonna drop on top of him. So 2 kills out of eUnited just to turn the favor. Spartan gonna drop as well from Suppressed, who's still being a nuisance here in their base. Gonna hide near double doors. Nick up above. Sparty, he's been found. Suppressed. He's been found, but it doesn't matter. He wins his fight on the Nick. Gonna come back to center map. As he does it, Suspector has the rockets. Playmaking opportunities here for XSET if they keep this up. 2. Oh.
Because of the rockets, Suspector pulling off the double kill. 3 down, go eUnited. And let me tell you, I have not seen XSET look this good. I mean, they've come out with some big wins, and they're really putting on eUnited, as we talked about before, who should be the favorites on paper, but XSET not going down whatsoever. Can't say the same for KingNick. He's hitting the black screen.
It was a nice try for sure, pulling out the Halo 5 background right there with the thrust backwards just to avoid that last shot, but unfortunately couldn't quite do it. The battle for center continues as Artic takes the flag out through alley. RyaNoob waiting with the shotgun to ensure that that flag goes nowhere. OS spawning up though. So once again, players going to be drawn out to center, Suppressed in a perfect spot for this OS. You'd like to see him stay alive and keep this up. That's a Hail Mary cross map. Got to stay up. Suspector can help here. They should be able to win OS. We'll see as XSET keep this close.
RyaNoob having the Bulldog in hand, turning around and gets 1 kill, but not able to get the second one. Somehow Spartan has a Mangler in hands, and he's going to need if he wants to defend his base. Mangler on Mangler crime, and it looks like Artic coming out a little bit farther. Cratos ends up getting a clutch kill when XSET once again are on the offense.
Neither of these teams able to get a clean break. We've seen a beautiful display on both sides, but nobody walking away with a free flag opportunity here because they can't get around the slays. Though, as I say, this might happen. Suppressed has it. He has 2. Nick somehow lives, though. That's a huge kill into Artic. Suspector takes him, but because Nick got that kill, he slowed down the flag, and now XSET can't get to it as quickly as they had intended. 3 members of eUnited now up in the alley. Beautiful dynamo nade. That'll rip the shields off him.
Oh,
That's three dead from Suspector off the dynamo and a couple shots. The BR. Now the flag's out because of it. This might be game. Off this play, he's still shutting them down. Artic will take the kill, but that was the game right there, Tony.
Suspector throwing the most valuable dynamo grenade I've ever seen. The nades come in, 3 go down, and even able to put the final player to 1 shot. Because of that, that flag goes in, and XSET end up putting the second flag cap on the map with only 30 seconds on the board.
eUnited got no time left to answer, but the entire team is currently flying up on double doors to do so. Multiple did just die for XSET. 15 seconds. eUnited, they need to fly and pick up a flag to trigger sudden death. Rayne got no shields to do it though. Teammates with him. Everyone diving into base here. Suppressed dead. One of them just dove over their head. I think that was Cratos who might have died as well. So Artic Suspector still up, still in advanced positions. Artic does have OS, but that flag is out. Artic not ready somehow. Does get the kill. Can they get this flag through?
Artic barely having any overshield left, but has the Mangler in his back pocket. He has to do everything he can to stop this flag from going in because we are still in sudden death. They're not dropping the flag whatsoever. Artic now going in for the play. Excellent shots, but Spartans are even better. Takes him down. Now Spartan ends up home free in this base, but they still need a return.
eUnited are playing this as carefully as possible. They do not want to desperate the flag out center map and risk losing it. So Spartan is just playing it close to his chest, that's for sure. He's got RyaNoob with him as well. They need to make sure they get Slay so he has the safety to bring the flag through. And XSET don't want to give up that defensive line. You can see Cratos now in trouble. Artic Nick, they trade. Cratos gonna try to hold on to Locker here. Beautiful shots at RyaNoob to try to suppress Suspector, but can't quite do it. 2 members of XSET, they're gonna move up. Spartan a line of defense, but he's running out of teammates for this, and he might not be able to stay alive.
And that's it, the flag goes down, so now they're working on the return. They don't need a flag cap, the return comes in, it's gonna be it, but bodies are being dropped, and it looks like that's gonna be it. Team XSET coming out with a 2-1 win, and now having a 2-1 lead in this series. XSET are 1 win away from pulling off the upset.
Tony, did you see this coming? Real quick.
Yes. Oh, I 100%. Oh, yeah, I called this. I 100% that XSET is going to go 2-1 in the series behind some incredible plays. Yeah, I said this.
Now, what we said was eUnited is definitely winning. There's no hope. There's no chance. Based off of the last series that we saw with Pioneers, there's just no chance. We're a bunch of liars, apparently. Suspector, Suppressed, Cratos, Artic, they're proving us wrong, especially Suppressed at the very end of that game.
Yes.
My God, it was Suppressed, right? The triple throws the Dynamo. So Suspector. Okay, I take it back. Suspector with the Dynamo into the alleyway, and what a beautiful spot to use a Dynamo nade. That all came off of the play that, remember KingNick in the back of the base, he got a clutch save to ensure they couldn't get to the flag right away. Because of that, eUnited in the alley, they thought they had, they thought they didn't need to overextend. They thought they could continue to defend.
Yeah.
Which just worked out in Suspector's favor as he throws a Dynamo and picks up a massive triple, and their whole team has no opportunity to defend the flag. But man, I mean, what a back and forth. What a game 3.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was joking around. Like, nobody had it. But we did say
nobody expected it.
We did say eUnited were favorites on paper, but
nobody suspected it.
I also did mention that if there's any team that kind of pulled off the upset, it's definitely XSET. XSET are such a been there, done that kind of roster that I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off the big wins against a lot of these amazing teams such as eUnited, FaZe, Sentinels, and even Optic.
Sure.
They really have that experience. They also have that firepower as well as we're going into potential last game in the series. I mean, this is game number 4, eUnited versus XSET. And eUnited are the ones on the ropes.
eUnited in trouble. It's still pools. Of course, regardless of their placing in pools, they will stay in the tournament, but this is a question of, do you end up in lower bracket to start the tournament?
Exactly.
Do you end up in winner's side bracket with a good seed? We'll see. This, like you said, is their final opportunity to defend themselves in this series. Recharge, Oddball will be the play.
This is it. This is what everybody's been training for. This is what you've been
Training
scrimming,
for.
putting your practice in, putting those rounds in, putting that time into the game is to make it here on land and try to win yourself a championship. Both of these teams wanted to make something happen. eUnited trying to force a game number 5. Meanwhile, XSET trying to put the nail in the coffin and put eUnited down and pull off the upset.
XSET have not been in this position all tournament, Tony. They have not had this opportunity yet. And now that they have it, I'd like to see them take it. We'll start with Suspector. Who else but Suspector to start our game in a fight with Sparty, but a fight he'll back off from. You do not want to challenge Sparty with a shock and a camo.
And as Alex alluded to before the game started, I mean, this is pool play. So if you're the last team in your pools, you get dropped to elimination bracket right off the rip. My gosh, shock rifle coming in, Spartan. Absolutely going insane. If you come out on top, though, you end up with a nice little round advantage in winners bracket starting in round number 2. So lots on the line here in pools going into Championship Sunday eventually.
Always a lot on the line, thankfully. That's the beauty of these LAN tournaments, Tony. The best 16 teams in North America are facing off. We get the pleasure of witnessing it. The pleasure of witnessing Suspector's gameplay as well as he picks up yet another double and gives XSET an opportunity for early ball control.
Nothing suspect about that. That was legit right there. Beautiful double kill coming out of Suspector. Meanwhile, Suppressed chucking an excellent denial nade, stopping anybody from pushing over towards that Whirlpool side of things. And now he's going to rotate the ball over towards his teammates that were spawning on the long haul side, so making it as hard as possible for eUnited to push from across the map.
XSET with resources, ball in their hand, though they're quickly losing them. RyaNoob here to shut down a couple. He'll drop one, Sparty with the other, ball back in their hands, and ball on C side as well for an easy play. You know what, I take it back. That play happens from XSET. Suspector, what a great move from him, right? To be the last one alive there, throw the ball off the map, and in position for his teammates to get near it, maybe collect it off their spawn. Suppress gonna try to do just that. And it's up to RyaNoob to ensure it doesn't happen.
And now everybody has to rotate their positioning to get ready for this camouflage as RyaNoob going down to one shot. Was gonna die in that individual gunfight, but repulses that player back, ends up earning the assist, but RyaNoob does eventually go down. I believe that camouflage is still in play.
What can KingNick do? From up top map, drops down to control, bottom control. Of course, ball still in long haul here. Suspector gonna hold on to it. KingNick just gonna wait. Does not want to overextend right away. They actually give him the ball for a second. He'll take full advantage. If he can rotate that back for a setup here, especially with his teammates picking up kills. Trade does come out. He'll drop out for the fight on the Arctic, does take it. Surprise Suspector under fire, and Sparty, let's see what he does with the shock.
The shock rifle in the hands of any one of these professional players is a true power weapon. You can make things happen. Sometimes I like it even more than the sniper because it is literally that good. Suspector going down to one shot, but ends up being cleaned up. Artic gonna try to get away with the Mangler, but he's gonna go down to one shot as well, dodging nades and somehow repositioning, and now going right at Nick. My gosh, Artic really making some things happen.
Artic's been making moves all series. I mean, we saw it back in Bazaar. He does get dropped here, but I expect to see more of it. Sparty, of course, no slouch as well. I feel like the moment that Sparty starts popping off is the moment it's game over for these boys, so they need to shut him down. You can see Artic actually sneaking up from down low. The perfect 1v1 for us to witness here, too. Artic in trouble. Sparty gonna clean that up. He'll come back from down low here, but the fight still continues for ball out on C. Suppress gonna try to play it, and he does. Once again, XSET very good at making sure that eUnited do not get any kind of guaranteed setups.
XSET did momentarily go 3 down, so eUnited doing a very good job of slaying out. No ball time just yet off of it, but they do have positioning. Meanwhile, XSET are now spawning over toward the A side of the base, so eUnited gonna try to surround them, get another collapse, and get another round of slays, and then pull that ball as Spartan ends up taking it down, but we're still at 2 apiece as far as lives go. Spartan needs to start to go off. He needs to put more bodies down and start to grab hold of that ball.
Interesting out of Spartan there. Him backing off opened up the spawn there in elevator. I think a couple splits tagged him up because of it. He does still live. Gonna try to hold on to control here. He's got a teammate out front, RyaNoob, just barely staying alive. Shots into Suspector and Artic as well. He'll keep going for Artic for just a second before backing up. Can't quite live. I like the attempt. Now up to KingNick, who does have camo as well. Can't survive either. And the fight for the ball here continues, looking like a bit of a slayer here until 2 drop. XSET, they might have timing. They got to be quick off their slays to get to that ball and convert it to a setup. If they're not, we just continue this scrappy gunfights.
26-22 going in favor of Team XSET at the moment, but it might as well be tied when it comes to Oddball when it's this close. Artic coming out of nowhere, getting that easy melee kill, ends up putting that player down to 1 shot, backing down and prioritizing his life, and then grappling the Oddball to himself, but might have done a little too early. He didn't have his shields out, forced to play the ball towards the middle of the map, being in a more baitable position.
We'll see if that helps him at all. Of course, KingNick's still up on A. He's got a great vantage point to support RyaNoob. RyaNoob now taking the ball out and bring it back to him. Actually brings it back to C instead. We'll see how they coordinate around the C setup. You can see they already got 2 members out in long haul taking kills. Spartan with another. Shots into Suppress too. Artic, I think, flanking while this happens. So Sparty as a defensive line. I like that he changes targets. Right up into Artic. And that was such a beautiful attempt out of Spartan, but Artic still shuts it down.
Artic giving him the wiggles right there. Love that strafe coming out of him, literally putting him there on skates, but eUnited starting to bounce back. 3 down, go XSET. That's going to be a double kill, and all 4 members down for Team XSET, and somehow the ball
slips
not in the hands right now.
The ball just slipped right off the ledge there. I feel like an opportunity that Spartan might have had to collect time, now lost. Nick gonna take a kill. Sparty looking for more. They got positioning on Artic too. You would have hoped for them to have ball control here, right? I feel like this is ball time opportunity that just went to waste. Oh, they're bleeding out the timer. Thank you, Tony. 3 seconds left. I totally missed it. They'll take the round off that 2. eUnited, they knew exactly what to do in that situation.
Yeah, I was right there with you. I saw the ball kind of slip out of them. I'm like, was that a mistake or was it not meant to do that? Then I looked at the time, I'm like, oh wait, eUnited know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to run out the time. Mind you guys, if you have the ball in your hands, that timer actually stops. So literally eUnited said, let's put this in a beta position, make it impossible for XSET to grab it, and let the time do the work for us. Excellent awareness coming out of eUnited.
And sometimes that's all you need to win the round, along with a couple slays as well. RyaNoob gonna take a double off the rip here, gets shot up by Suppressed and Artic. He'll drop. And that does not quite lead to a ball pickup just yet. Ball still sits out center. Slay's gonna continue. No thanks to Spartan.
Spartan now advancing forward over towards the Whirlpool side, but luckily for him, he's not committing to that because there's 2 players now funneling over towards bottom goal. The nades come in, ends up taking down 1, and that's going to be a double kill coming out of Spartan. His bite louder than the bark.
It's a hell of a bite for sure. Let's see if he can continue to do just that. He'll chase Press down. He'll take the kill. Grapples out too. Still got the shock as well. He can make a play.
Oh my God.
And he does.
Tyler.
He'll clothesline Suspector. The ball back in the hallway, and watch your damn face, Cratos. That's it. Lights out.
What is going on? Who is this guy? Tyler is going off at the moment here, now having the shock rifle and still doing the same. Mind you, as a grapple as well. So
Oh my
it's a
God.
play as another perfect kill across the map. This young man is going off. New Jersey's finest.
Oh, the moment Sparty starts connecting, it's just lights out for the team. 21 points off that, not too bad. XSET can definitely still recover and recover quickly. So thankfully they killed Sparty when they did. We'll see. United trying to play slow off this ball setup. Need the kills first. Cratos first victim. Artic still with the ball. Looks like a trade comes in. That's Suspector down below. Oh, can't take Sparty though. Man, Sparty's waking up here, Tony.
I mean, I know this guy. You know, we both from Jersey. The only thing we know is hair gel, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, and slaying
And headshots.
faces. That's the only thing we know in Jersey.
Oh my God. Oh, about to have a heart attack here. Spartan hitting every shot. Maybe thankfully for the enemy team, he's only got 3 more shots. And we'll see if he can put it to good use here. Of course, holding on to A. Ball now behind them, so a setup. XSET forced to push forward into the arms of Spartan, who takes another kill and a grapple right back into safety. My God.
And while the slaves are going down, I mean, that's still good points being put
no.
on the board here for eUnited here. Another double kill goes in for the triple kill. Spartan, the dog. My gosh.
He just keeps going. Ball gets rotated to control as it happens. Gonna sit in the doorway. Cratos, beautiful. Uses the grapple to bring it back to him safely. Can get a couple seconds here. Teammates gonna likely converge around it to help out, but eUnited right back on the challenge. Sparty there to lead it. I don't even think we should switch off POV.
Nah.
I think he dies, we'll go back for 8 seconds, and then we come back to his POV, because clearly he's the playmaker right now.
I mean, the man is 14-3 in this round right now. Doesn't even have enough time to get any
Look at his
assists.
teammates. 2 and 3. They can't. Like, what is this? He's the Terminator.
It's a Spartan show.
Yeah, jeez. He's a real-life Spartan. Shout out to real-life Spartan. My God. Still going.
Not done yet. The melee comes in, almost able to connect the headshot, but prioritizing his life, putting down as much damage as possible. Meanwhile, his teammates off the screen getting back-to-back kills. eUnited starting up the tempo. Spartan ends up adding another one. This young man has 15 kills at the moment. The entire enemy team has 16 in this round.
Spartan living in this spot is such a nuisance for the enemy team. It's an anchor position up in Artic. He's got a sight line to cross across the map while the team tries to get to A where the ball is. Spartan's there just pestering them, weakening shields, taking kills. Immediately rotates out back map here too. Now he's coming in for a flank. The way this man's playing, it just seems too perfect.
Man's so confident, he doesn't even walk anymore. He just grapples everywhere, apparently.
Oh, man.
Takes down Artic, tries to repulse the grenade damage back, but still ends up going down to one shot. And finally, Spartan the dog ends up going to the black screen and exit. Now have a chance to formulate their setup as eUnited go momentary forward down.
XSET finally catch their breath. Finally got a breather here. Can they make a play off of it? So, of course, Spartan not going to let him do it. I love how the observers actually listen to me. We're just going back to Sparty. Tony, it's the Sparty show this round. They hit the curb slide straight up into the hallway here. He's right behind Suspector with very quick timing. He doesn't opt to go for it, though. Artic there, too. Multiple drop. You can see how he plays it carefully in situations that he's at a deficit. XSET still get to rotate the ball out, so maybe a setup opportunity for him.
88-46 lead going in favor of eUnited, but XSET are putting some good points on the board.
Wow.
eUnited need to bounce back. They need to bounce back, otherwise things are going to get really out of control.
They are starting to do so. They do have the ball A side. Got to be careful. You can see they're rotating it now just to keep it out of the arms of the enemy here and out of the line of fire of Spartan. Spartan still pestering them. It's just not quite enough to bounce through. Got Rayne in the front of the doorway too. RyaNoob with a big opening kill here. That limits them. 2 dead. Cratos now in trouble as well. This is the pinch they needed. Sparty with the ball too. Final 10 seconds right here.
That it is, and every point being put on the board. The nades are starting to come in. XSET are getting desperate. They need to get the ball out of his hands,
what
and
is this?
Spartan won't drop it, and that's gonna be it. eUnited are sending us into a game number 5.
Is it just me, or was that a combination of strafing to dodge shots, but also Sparty shaking his head at Cratos?
You know,
and saying,
I saw
you
that.
know what, buddy, it's game over. He's just shaking his. That's what it looked. That looked like BM right there, from my perspective, and strafing. At the same time, it was kind of optimal. So eUnited taking that, they bring us back to a tie. They bring us to our first Game 5, Tony. Maybe the first Game 5 of the tournament. Of course, I haven't checked Alpha side, but man, what a series this has been.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we've seen people like, you know, tuck their head and like strong side away to like try to avoid damage. But yeah, but he was just shaking head left to right. I've never seen that any kind of way to try to stay alive as long as possible. So you might be right. Nope. That might have been just a little bit of bad manners. But you know what? I mean, it's XSET. You know, they're the kings of bad manners. You already know.
I would love to take a look at the stats on that. I don't know if we got that in the background. No stats, unfortunately, because Spartan was popping off at the beginning of that game. Throughout the series, especially at the end there, we had, 16-4 was his score line, to the point where the observer is just locked on him for the duration of the game. So if there's any keys to success coming into Game 5, I think the first one for XSET is just shut down Spartan. You got to shut him down. The man's on a tear.
Well, easier said than done. I mean, he was literally doing it by himself. I remember when I said he had that 17 kill mark, the entire enemy team had 18 kills. Literally had one more kill than Spartan
his entire
himself.
team was like -2. They had we had 2 kills and 3 kills. So, you know, Spartan collectively just owned the lobby, I guess, apparently. But like you said, it's not an easy task. It's what they have to do, though. I think they're going to have to shut down Sparty in this game. Start there, and we'll see if they can still take the game after that. Because, of course, eUnited, they're going to step up in his place like they've done.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what exactly XSET are going to do to try to close things out. Because mind you, they had a 2-1 lead going into this game. One more game, and that was it. They could have pulled off the upset against eUnited, but as we know, eUnited are the favorites, and they're not going to go down easy.
What I love about this series is it could go either way. So make sure you stick with us and watch this final match, and make sure you watch everything in this broadcast. We got 4 different places to watch the action conveniently. We got the Alpha broadcast, of course, twitch.tv/Halo. Bravo right here, twitch.tv/Xbox, about to jump into Game 5. And then on Charlie and Delta, we just got raw gameplay. You can just watch the game and enjoy it. Of course, this ensures that everyone gets to watch every game in this tournament.
Big thank you to Xbox, and big thank you to you guys in the chat right now, because every moment that you're in here, you'll actually be earning points towards getting that Twitch drop. And these are some beautiful skins here that we have here on your battle rifle, on your sidekick, and even on your assault rifle as well. So no matter what playlist you play, you can definitely make sure that you see that skin. However, make sure that your accounts are linked up in the in the Halo Waypoint and the Twitch, so this way you get your rewards. But man, I love these skins. They're beautiful.
Wait, so Tony, if I have both the Xbox stream and the Halo stream open, do I double my chances of drops? No?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, because I was going to say, I just get multiple streams open to keep the drops up. Either way, make sure you guys are watching so you can increase your chances, get some of those skins, because pretty damn nice looking skins. And just a couple of many more that we have. Of course, you got all the team skins in the game. So much to work with to, I guess, make your Spartan beautiful. And support the crowdfunding in esports as well. Our tournament prize pool, from 125 to 150K, thanks to the crowdfunding on skins here, which is just lovely to see.
That's actually an extra $9,000 going to first place alone. Just first place is getting $9,000 richer. So whoever wins this, Cloud9, I want to get a huge thank you to myself and the rest of the community for helping with the crowdfunding.
Let's take a look at the series layout once again, Tony. Of course, our match is still in session. We're just getting ready to jump into the 5th and final game. The moment it's ready, we're going to play it up for you. That final game is Slayer on Livefire. All this comes down to a Slayer, as it typically does in Best of 5. So far, we had a Strongholds on Street with a strong opening out of XSET. eUnited, they bounced back in Aquarius. That was actually nail-bitingly close. Remember that XSET, they started to gather their footing. It was a little too late when they did so. But at the very end there, they would not go down. They brought it back to a 4-kill deficit. So maybe here is where they show up. It's where they're going to have to show up, that's for sure.
We've seen XSET make incredible comebacks on Slayer. We've seen eUnited coming out on top on that Slayer. Now we're going back to Slayer here in Game 5, this time on Livefire. You gotta control the sniper in the middle of the map. You've got to make sure that you get a hold of that mangler as well. Hey, I'm be honest with you. If you're not grabbing onto the power up, I don't know what you're doing, because that could be a difference maker as well. If you control the sandbox, you will come out on top. Both of these teams know it.
The first Game 5 of HCS Anaheim, Tony, man, it's good to see. And the first of many, I'm sure. We got a ton of close matchups coming up in this tournament, but why not start it on a Friday and start it with who else but Spartan to kick off our game 5 here, as he's looking for an opening kill. He's going to have to work hard for it. You know, XSET are not going to make it easy. As he rotates around B. Man, what is this? Rotation? They can't find them. Suppressed finally will. Repulsor in as he takes the fight. Good opening here at a Suppressed.
That is, but now Suppressed is taking some heavy damage here over towards the B side. Luckily able to back down and play his life off a screen. RyaNoob taking down Artic, and just like that, we are tied up at 3 apiece. I love that repulse nade play going directly at that play on the sandbag. Sadly, wasn't enough.
What does the opening strat all come down to, Tony? It comes down to weapon control, map control. And it looks like, thankfully for XSET, Cratos has this snipe. He just needs to find an opportunity with it, and that did not come. RyaNoob shut that down pretty quickly. As he jumped over to the boxes, I think he got tripped too. He couldn't move backwards. Got caught in the geometry there. RyaNoob taking full advantage. Should be able to collect the snipe as well. So all of a sudden, eUnited completely flipped this. It might be 6-5 now, but this is about to change.
Yeah, especially now that he has the sniper over towards that C side of the map. The spawner's now going in towards A, so eUnited in the more dominant position that you're seeing here on the map. RyaNoob gonna try to make a play, ends up missing the body shot, whips out the BR, and that's gonna be just as good, taking down Suppressed.
RyaNoob so quickly to rotate with this snipe. Wants to make his position elusive, though. As I said, he's going right back to tower. Just trying to figure out where to fit himself in between his teammates here to be the most useful. They got a great little perimeter here, too. Nick already overextended to B. OS coming up, though, as well. That will draw them out. XSET right now in position for it. Unless KingNick can get a sneaky flank. You can see Suppress is waiting for it. Rayne, in the meantime, he's got the heat wave. Timing perfect, too. XSET, they leave OS to try to challenge. They're losing their numbers because of it.
I don't know where the energy is coming here out of XSET. They seem quiet. They seem almost lethargic right now. And eUnited are looking so good in this game number 5. XSET needs to bounce back. And as I say that, RyaNoob now having the OS, so it's going to be even harder for XSET to try to make anything happen here.
So carefully played at eUnited. I feel like other teams might have desperated, got closer to that OS a little earlier. Instead, eUnited, they just formed a perimeter around the map from C all the way to A and waited for their opportunity. Because of it, RyaNoob, OS, snipe in hand. He does pick up a kill on the Suspector. Nick gonna get one as well. Cratos now in a hell of a lot of trouble. He's still trying to stay up. And if he drops down, Rayne's gonna be there to meet him and make sure he doesn't live long.
The heat wave so deadly in this game with the one-shot melee potential or even the two-shot kill. You gotta watch out for it. Even try to run away, can bounce off of walls and hunt the player down. The sniper rifle now gonna be out of ammo, but RyaNoob gonna quickly trade it off for that heat wave.
Just gonna lock down back B. Suppressed already with a kill on Spartan. This is what XSET are looking for. They got multiple here. They got map positioning too. Kratos, Suspector, in position to pick up Slays. 4 spawns outside off of this. Can they gain any momentum from it? Now 14-16. Suspector and Suppressed with high ground control. So XSET exactly where they want to be. And a snipe.
The game actually really starting to slow down here as both of these teams not wanting to make any mistakes whatsoever. Time might end up becoming a factor if they slow it down this much. Suspector going to be advancing forward over towards top mid with the sniper. And there's a player over toward the outlines. He obviously can't see that, but he's going to actually collect a different angle here.
And Tony, this is something we saw with eUnited back in Pro Series, back in Raleigh. When it comes to Slayer live fire, unlike other teams, they play this very slow, right? In the moment that they're at a deficit, whether they got an advantage or a disadvantage, they do not overextend. They do not, you know what, until they know they got kills. Look at the feed right now, 3 dead. All up the Suspector to hit shots. And right now he can't even afford to do it. Oh, wait!
God bless.
Are you kidding? He'll take a face onto B, and because of it, they lost a couple of resources, I guess. They got the OS, but I mean, my God, I'm still reeling from that, Tony.
Beautiful shot coming in, looking like a fadeaway off the tower. Somehow, RyaNoob, though, getting away with the overshield and started to advance forward. There's any chance they could break this setup here, it's going to be on the backs of this overshield. RyaNoob quickly putting shots onto multiple players, but now losing it all, loses all those advantages, and now he's kind of by himself here. Oh, but hold on, 3 down, go exit, and Suspector going to be the last one to go down. So now eUnited getting the squad wipe and holding on to a 24-18 lead.
Definitely going to want to drop Suspector after this snipe he just pulled off. But is Rayne any worse, though, right? Apparently not. You give the snipe to anybody on this XSET team, they're going to pop off with it. Now 27, or sorry, this eUnited team. You know what, Tony? I'm mixed up. The score definitely isn't, though. 27-18. eUnited handily controlling this. And it's because of their patience that I mentioned earlier. They don't give up map. They don't give up advantages. Rayne just going to get Hail Mary nade doubles from tower. He's not moving.
What a play coming in out of Rayne. And every time XSET try to claw the way back into it, eUnited makes some kind of play to suck the energy out of the room, and that's exactly what's happening with XSET right now. They don't have that energy they had literally all series long when they were controlling it. As of right now, eUnited have stolen all the momentum, and XSET are in trouble in this Game 5.
XSET can't seem to find an opening. They do get a trade. That was a spree at a Sparty as he drops. Heatwave down. Cratos, Nick, they'll pick up a couple kills. But trades at this point, not what XSET's looking for. Rayne's just going to chase Cratos down. That's 35 now off of it. Just a massive deficit to come back from. They're not making it any easier. RyaNoob now with the extra shields, a snipe in hand too. And XSET, they got to back off yet again.
RyaNoob, the leading Slayer on his team right now with 11 and 5, 7 assists as well, having the sniper rifle in his back pocket because he's doing all of the damage with the battle rifle, taking down Cratos. Meanwhile, off the screen, Suspector going after Spartan, but multiple players are hitting the kill feed. And eUnited,
that would have been sick. I love the attempt. If he spun around, this is a mouse and keyboard moment, by the way, Tony. If he did a complete 180, instantly hit the repulse, he would have got back on the map. But I love the attempt. He almost reached that clamber, would have stayed alive. You can tell the cogs are turning in RyaNoob's brain there. Sparty also on the same wavelength. He's already got to pick up on the Suspector. 40-26 now. Tony, I mean, what are the chances that that XSET find an answer here?
He would have needed that Tylenol sensitivity to try to make it back on the map here.
Yeah.
Suppressed ends up getting the, I believe he's able to get that kill on the one-shot player. However, Spartan going to quickly answer back. And now 41-27 in favor of eUnited. Doesn't even feel like it's who's going to win. It almost feels like a matter of time before eUnited ends up winning. But I do not count XSET out. Anything can happen.
Like you said, it just doesn't look like they can contend with this eUnited team. They will drop Nick. They got to get back top map. I think something. Wait a sec. Maybe they could just get a round of slays right here. A double off to Artic. Off of Artic, he can't get the follow-up kill, so RyaNoob going to bounce out and bounce right back to high ground. Something eUnited doing so well. They're controlling the top of the map, holding position, and not giving up position unless they absolutely need to for these weapons.
And XSET cannot seem to get them out of that position because eUnited are winning those gunfights. Simple as that. Holding on to good positioning, but also winning their gunfights equals success, especially when it comes to Slayer, as RyaNoob hits the return to sender. That's the repulsing the nade back to the thrower and then getting a kill with said nade. What a play coming out of RyaNoob.
For a second, I saw RyaNoob die, and then I thought he came back somehow. It was Sparty, though. Going to try to turn the favor. 45 at this point with 5 kills left to close the game and the series, and XSET just looking for answers. They do have the top of the map. I believe we do have Snipe coming up shortly as well, so that will be the point of contention. But you know eUnited, they're not going to get antsy. They're not going to over-aggress. They'll just pester them. I mean, as I say it, though, 3 die. That does leave Rayne alone. I believe they know he's here. But that does give them an opportunity for Snipe, too.
Rayne holding down the B side of the map, ends up getting the back onto Suppress, having no idea where he was, and losing the Mangler. That's really how things have been going here for Team XSET. Everything going in favor of eUnited as they put the 50th kill on the board. We can hear Spartan yelling all the way across the arena as they take game number 5 and the series.
It's a hard-fought series, a series that made it the distance, which is lovely to see. But unfortunately, that last game, it was just lopsided. Tony, the moment eUnited got control, the moment they got the weapons, they did not let them go. Saw some beautiful plays, though, too. Suspector with a fadeaway jump shot, headshot on the B, looking like a machine. But, of course, right after that, you got Rayne returning the favor, answering right back. There's always a response at a eUnited. Their response just a little better this time, that's for sure. You take a look at it in the stats here, too, Tony. Clear advantage. I mean, RyaNoob, some of the plays we saw, especially with the repulsor in that game,